Do you shoot in a discipline that requires high quality steel targets, a variety of hangers that are also cost effective and easy to use? I'm going to show you some pretty good offerings from DM Targets. Here we go. When I was up at the Rock Chuck Olympics with Gavin Gear last month, the targets that they were using were made by a guy named Seth from DM Targets. And I quickly came to see how this guy operates. And let me tell you, this guy doesn't do anything half-ass. All he does is just high quality targets. He does them for Rimfire, he does them for PRS, all kinds of stuff. And this guy made, a 4-foot rock chuck that had to be assembled, that got carried out to 12 or 1300 yards. He did 2-foot rock chucks, 1-foot rock chucks, all kinds of stuff for 2 days worth of shooting. And these things just got hammered and took every bit of beating that you could give them, and really held up well. So I was talking to him, in between matches and at the end of the day, and I was telling him how, we run a NRL-22 at my club, and I'm friends with the match director. And we've had some struggles here or there with some of the targets staying on and this or that, getting hung up. And Seth said, man, let me hook you up with your club. He goes, I'm going to send your club a complete set for NRL-22. And honestly, I was just really grateful. There's nothing in it for me personally. I just trying to help my club out. He was doing a really nice thing. So this is everything he sent me. And I'm going to kind of show you, it's kind of an amalgamation of a couple sets, but I'll just kind of walk through it here, and then I'm going to show you coming up in a couple days. I'm going to be helping set up the NRL match on Saturday afternoon before we shoot it Sunday morning. So you'll get to see how this stuff operates in the real world, setting it up. But let's walk through the NRL kit. Now there's kind of a simple NRL-22 kit and more of an expanded 22 kit. Most everything you see is for the expanded 22 kit. So you have over here, you've got your multiple 4, 6, and 8-inch circles. You've got your smaller hangers. You've got a small 4-piece KYL rack. These are the legs for the KYL. These are the arms that hold the legs, the crossbar, and then the 4 pieces, which is pretty standard for NRL-22. You also have over here 2-piece hangers and 1-piece hangers. And then you also have tall stands and short stands. And what's really cool about these, and it's kind of hard to show you in here, but I'll be showing you on Saturday, is that these are designed to be driven in with your foot. He's got this large, kind of stick out piece here that you drive in with your foot. And then your hangers simply sit 90 degrees to it so that they sit like this. And then that's going to let you hang your targets very quickly and easily. So for a setup like my club, we have to take them down every time we shoot. So this is nice because you can easily pull these out of the ground, take everything apart. It's easy to do. If you had your own range or an area where you could leave stuff set up, you could probably leave these in the ground and then come out, put these connecting to it. But either way, it's a very simple and easy system that doesn't require you to have, T-posts or a lot of, random things shoved in the ground that aren't super effective, which I've definitely seen at a couple clubs. Now, he also offers, these are not part of the standard kit, but you can buy these separately, and these are actually lockdowns. So if you have your standard hanger and your target's going to hang on here. Some people use a little piece of rubber or tubing to hold it on, but I've seen them get hung up and whatnot. What he does is he makes it so that when you put your target on, there's actually, and they're in this bag right here, but there's just some quick little nuts and bolts, and you just throw those on, and they don't have to be tight, and he's got a little quick out where you can just angle this off real easily. But this, you can see, completely keeps it in and keeps it from getting hung up in any way. So I think that's pretty smart, and I'm excited to put those into use because we definitely have a problem almost every month we shoot where a target gets hung up or it gets knocked off for some reason. Also, the way he does his geometry on the cut holes, the distances, the hooks, he really played with it and made sure that he had targets that weren't going to get kinked or hung up. And I know that there are definitely targets out there that have like a round hole, or they have kind of a weird geometry where they'll get hung up a little bit on the hangers. And there's nothing worse than shooting a match and having to stop the match or stop your string and have to go out there and reset the targets, and it's just, nobody wants to have to do that. So I'm very excited to get these into use. He also sent, I don't know that we're going to be able to use it at my club, but it was nice of him to send, and I'll find a way to put it to use. But this is a T-post kit. So he makes a kit that actually attaches to T-posts, which there are people who use those. They want to put permanent fixtures out. T-posts are a great way to do it. My club, again, can't do it. But this T-post kit allows you to very securely and firmly attach to a T-post. And then over here, he sent me a deluxe KYL rack. And this one you can see has 7 hangers on it. And then it also utilizes an adjustable length, so you can raise or lower it. And that's what these little clips are for, is for clipping into here, and then it'll catch so that you can maintain a height on it. So overall, really cool system. It comes in the white. Like, look, I'm not gonna lie, like, it's fresh cut steel. He doesn't make any bones about it. He does it this way to save costs. He doesn't believe in powder coating, but like, you're going to end up spray painting the faces anyway, and powder coating doesn't hold up to getting hit. You can spray paint everything, to eliminate a lot of this, which is probably what we're going to do, at least on the hanger, obviously on the target sides of it. And, we'll see how it hangs up, but I'm pretty excited. Again, anytime somebody does something to help a club, I think it helps all the shooting sports in general. So a big shout out to Seth and his team for taking care of this. I should also mention that they do a ton of other targets. They do animal targets. They do, small animal targets, life size, like literally life-size animal targets if you want them. Much larger gongs. They do 3 different thicknesses of AR 500. I mean, a lot of stuff. He's got really cool cutting systems. He does tank trap brackets that are really unique in terms of how they allow the wood to go in and not be stressed or do anything like that. So I really like what he does. I was really impressed, like I said, out at the Rock Chuck Olympics with all of his targets. We didn't have a single, I'm trying to think here, over the course of 2 days of shooting with 5 shooters, and we had like, I don't know, 6 or 7 stages. I mean, there was a lot of rounds fired on a lot of hanging targets, and we didn't have a single failure on any target. And we had a lot of targets that were inaccessible. Like, they took a day for Gavin and his team to set up. It would not have been easy by any means to go out there and fix them. And again, we didn't have a single failure over 2 days of shooting. So that tells me a lot. And that's with handguns, rifles, 223, 6 arc. What else did we shoot at it? We shot a PRC at it, 300 PRC at one point. I mean, we were shooting all kinds of stuff at this steel. No failure. So again, let's head out to the range. I'm going to show you how this stuff gets set up, and we'll go from there. We are out here setting up the DM targets for the NRL-22 match. So let me just show you how some of these work after we talked about it. But you can see here, we've got the piece that goes into the ground. Then this one sits at an angle. And then we have the hangers, and these have the locks on it. So there's no way for these to spin off. And then you can either choose to completely lock these down, really tight, or you can leave them loose so that you can, get everything on and off pretty easily. But this shouldn't affect in any way the targets coming off or getting kinked. He also does really nice big holes here so that if they spin side to side, they're not going to get kinked. Some of the ones we've used have a rectangular cut and they can get kinked just right. So let's go look at a couple other targets. You can see over here, we've got some more that we're setting up. So there's another low with a single. And then we used one of the doubles to get a single up a little bit higher on that one. And there's some more over here. It's 5 stages plus a bonus, so there's a lot of steel out here. Here's another double, and you can see here it's on a low hanger. Here's one that's a little lower on the ground. So this is the low stand single hanger. Well, this is all we have left out of the targets there. So we'll put this aside. We'll come back tomorrow, shoot the match, and then I'll go back out and we'll see how the targets hold up. Well, we just wrapped up a whole day of NRL-22. Not a single hang up, not a single failure to move, get hit, or anything like that. You can see plenty of impacts here. Lock system works good. No issues there. Let's go take a look at this double. Same thing, plenty of impacts. I mean, these things just got hammered today. Absolutely no issues. They all stayed on, nothing got kinked up. So, you know, if you're in the market for some nice 22 steel, check out DM Targets.